With the Rocky Mountains as the backdrop of the 2016 Big East Men's Lacrosse Championship, it was the story of David and Goliath. The defending national champions Denver Pioneers, who hadn't lost a Big East game since 2014, were looking for their third straight conference title, whereas the Marquette Golden Eagles were playing for the title, having just won their very first Big East tournament game 2 days prior. It's Tanner Thompson who gets things going for Marquette, opening up the scoring on the afternoon. A 36-minute lightning delay later, Denver scores 2 straight as Jack Bobzien gives the Pios their second, and Denver takes the 2-1 lead at the end of the first quarter. Denver's Colton Jackson scores his second goal of the afternoon just 30 seconds into the second quarter. And then it's Liam Burns who finds the open space, takes full advantage, and fires it to get the Golden Eagles back on the board 3-2. The defending national champions were quick to put a stop to that, though. The Pios go on to string together 4 straight goals as Colton Jackson notches a hat trick on the day. Soon after, it's Connor Donahue who, top of the crease, gives Denver the 7-2 lead. Marquette gets one back to make it 7-3 before the break. As the second half started, a switch was flipped as the Golden Eagles come out firing on all cylinders. Andy DiMache gets the first goal of the second half, and the fight back for the Golden Eagles begins. Marquette scores 6 straight as Tanner Thompson fights through the defense, finds the top of the corner for the tie. And then it's Blaine Fleming with the bounce shot who gives the Golden Eagles their first lead since early in the first quarter, 8-7. Tanner Thompson is there again for Marquette, his 4th and final goal of the day to give the Golden Eagles the 9-7 lead at the end of the third quarter. Denver wouldn't go down that easily though, especially in their own house. The Pioneers come out scoring back-to-back goals in the fourth quarter. Zach Miller, the junior, with both of those goals just over a minute and a half apart. He ties it up at 9 with 12:19 left to go. And then, as he already did earlier in the game, midfielder Andy DiMache delivers again for the Golden Eagles. Marquette takes a 10-9 advantage with just under 6 minutes to play. The Pios work to try to tie it up, but Cole Blazer and the Golden Eagles defense will not let up. And as the clock ticks down, history is made. Marquette handing Denver their first Big East loss, and the Golden Eagles, for the very first time, are crowned Big East Men's Lacrosse Champions.
May 11, 2019, the day to hand out hardware in the Big East Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Randall's Island in the Big Apple, a fitting stage to give out gold. The intensity at an all-time high. Seniors trying to go out with a bang. Newcomers looking to make a statement. And the Villanova Wildcats ahead on both the men's and women's sides, trying to bring 2 trophies back to Philly. Here's the sights and sounds.
Josette Norris put together the final burst, and this Hoya has put the dagger in to the women's Big East 1,500-meter run. Casey Comer as they're charging to the finish line. Comer, it's V's up in the men's 1,500-meter. Ashton Collaire tracked by Ben Konopka. Decker looking for a late charge. Konopka takes the title. And for the first time in 4 years, we see a new champion. Feeling close to home, the Johnnies are on the board. Leah Anderson for the Red Storm. It's the Blue Demons world, and we're just living in it in the 400-meter dash. Henry Larkin, welcome to the Big East. Nelson of DePaul, the fastest man in the Big East. Williamson wins it for the Wildcats. It's MacArthur and McIntosh for the women's 800-meter. MacArthur looking for the win, but McIntosh holds her off, and Georgetown takes home the crown. Here they come down the stretch. Rowe! Oh my!
And Rowe is a winner.
by 1/100th of a second. Potential of St. John's sprinters is sky high. And now Sky Diop completes a 4x400 meter relay. Casey Comer put the V's up. The Wildcats are rolling. Henry Larkin, the freshman! Exclamation point his first year! DePaul comes from behind to win the Big East men's 4x4 relay. The Wildcats are once again on top in Big East men's track and field, and they sweep for the Big East championships. Villanova on top of Big East men's and women's track.
For the third straight year, Denver was playing in the Big East Women's Lacrosse Championship last May. And after going a perfect 5-0 in conference play, the Pioneers were thinking 2019 could be their year. As for Georgetown, the Hoyas were making their first trip back to the championship game since 2010. Denver set the tone early. After a scoreless first 6 minutes, B. Behrens finds the back of the net for the first goal of the afternoon. And then the goals started to come quickly for the Pioneers. Sophomore Eliza Radachowski scores back-to-back goals to put the Pios up 3-0. And then the senior Julia Feist cuts and finishes on the far side, putting Denver up 6-0. The Hoyas wouldn't back down that easy though. Allie Diamond gets Georgetown on the board. Her bounce shot is good and it's 6-1 with just under 14 minutes to play in the first. The Hoyas fight their way back, scoring 4 of the next 5 goals. On the free position chance, Georgetown's Taylor Gebhardt makes it a 7-4 game, and the Hoyas are right back in it. However, just as she opened up the scoring for the game, Behrens notches her third goal of the afternoon as time expires for the half, and Denver takes an 8-4 lead. The second half was an entirely different story, as the Hoyas defense pulled off an incredible feat of holding the nation's 16th highest scoring offense scoreless, allowing Georgetown to get to work on the offensive end. Morgan Ryan started the Hoyas' 4-0 comeback run, taking advantage of a free position opportunity. Diamond, already with a goal on the afternoon, gets an assist as she feeds it to Francesca Whitehurst, who brings the score within 1. Then Michaela Bruno delivers. Working through defenders, the junior scores her second goal of the game and ties it up at 8 with just under 10 minutes to play. Haley Chomo, who finishes the day with 8 saves, comes up with 5 big-time stops in the second half as the teams head to sudden death overtime. Denver earns the best opportunity of the first extra period on the free position, a woman up. But Quentin Hawk-Bullen's shot is checked and goes high, and we're off to double overtime. It's Denver again. B. Barron shoots low, but Chomo holds strong, no good. Now comes Georgetown's opportunity. Woman up with just over a minute to play. And then...
Whitehurst. Top corner sends Georgetown to a Big East championship. And the crowd returns to the Hilltop for the first time since 2010.
The senior seals the deal for the Hoyas, earning their second Big East championship in program history, capping off an incredible 6-0 comeback to win it 9-8 in double overtime. A comeback story worth shouting from the Hilltop.